A Renaissance scholar to me is someone who follows in Leonardo da Vinci's tradition.
If you look at da Vinci as an artist, an engineer, a writer, just a philosopher.
A Renaissance scholar is somebody who is able to take diverse fields of knowledge and to combine them and apply them to sort of individualize their education and their future.
I guess it comes from the word Renaissance, so it would be kind of well-rounded, a little bit of everything.
Being able to pursue divergent areas of study and find a way for them to fit together.
Someone who's interested in multiple things, who finds interesting connections.
Just being able to be exposed to such different types of people.
Nobody can be defined solely by one area of study or by one topic or one interest. We all have so many different passions.
As you become a Renaissance scholar, you become, I think, a student in the true sense of the word.
When I came in as a math major, I really just intended it to be my only major. I wasn't intending to pick up a minor. This way I have two different things that I love to study and that I could go into either field. I feel that math and environmental studies are both really concept-driven. You have a problem in front of you, you're trying to understand why the problem is the way that it is and how you can solve it. And I'm excited to see what's next, how my life at USC has really prepared me for my future.
People are often taken back when I tell them I'm a pre-med biology major earning a separate degree in music. But I think in terms of how one approaches learning biology and how one approaches learning music, in a lot of ways it's the same. Either way, you're trying to learn a language. So I'm currently doing research through the Provost program. They have an internship fund for undergraduate students. I currently work at Saban Research Institute, which is near Children's Hospital. And so it was really exciting to think that just as an undergraduate, you could be working on something that no one knows the answer to.
I think people would be surprised to find that philosophy and neuroscience do share a background. There is a branch of philosophy that focuses on the mind, issues of free will and autonomy. These are philosophical, conceptual questions. And here neuroscience comes along and, in some sense, treads on the same ground that philosophers have been working with for centuries. And I found that fascinating. I think being a Renaissance scholar really means taking a leap of faith in your education. I never thought I would be interested in neuroscience, but the more I went into it, the more I realized it was very much in tune with my philosophical interests. So for me, it's been very rewarding to appreciate learning for what it is.
You left your argument out, so I don't know how it was tied to what the point of your thesis is.
I always knew I wanted to write, and I always knew I was interested in stories, so I picked history and journalism. So I want to learn about the past so I can be informed about the future when I interview people and kind of bring that context in. Right now I'm doing community journalism, where you teach journalism to middle schoolers. We have enough to write one full story. What are you missing? And we're going to help them run a paper. So basically they have to do the writing, they have to do the reporting.
And another one of the cities that we'll be in is San Jose.
And we have to go out with them, coach them, but then really let them do their own work. I really like working with the kids from where I came from, so I want to give back to the community and help people who were in my shoes get to wherever they want to get. And I love being in LA because it's just a really good place for cultural history.
In putting together me throughout the past 4 years with this diverse range of studies, I've really been able to learn how to integrate aspects that may not necessarily seem like they go together into something that is cohesive and fits in my life.
How does ideology shape crime news and our perception of crime itself?
The reason I decided to get into political science was I looked at the USC website for different majors and minors. Every single one of them was another open door, and so all I had to do was choose that door. To me, being a Renaissance scholar has meant that I've realized the importance of the breadth and depth. I've understood that you can take these major focuses of study that may not at face value have anything to do with each other, and to combine them in a way that if you were to look at it after the fact, it would seem like they were intrinsically related. And being able to put that together is sort of the realization of what I had hoped to do at USC.
I came to USC actually because of the Renaissance Scholar program, because I knew that I would be doing something else in addition to archaeology. I didn't know what at the time. A friend of mine brought me along to an aero design team desert trip, and I fell in love with aerospace engineering. Fitting them together it's been a challenge. I think there's some discovery aspect to it, you know, the undiscovered frontiers. Archaeology has been something I've loved my whole life. Last summer we went to Argonne National Laboratories to use their high-energy laser facilities. As far apart as aerospace engineering and archaeology may be, it's amazing how often they overlap and how often I can look at archaeology from a different standpoint because of my engineering background, and how often engineering means something different to me as an archaeologist.
With a double major in creative writing and gender studies, I could really study anything and everything that I was interested in. I skipped around a little bit during freshman year, but then I realized gender studies is a very interdisciplinary major, so I could take anthropology classes, history classes, English classes, and international relations all within one major. When it comes to the knowledge that I've gained in college, it has less to do with specific facts and more to do with developing a perspective. And so I feel like that's one of the more valuable things I've gotten from my liberal arts education, because mine has definitely been a very liberal arts education. It really has helped shape my worldview, and I feel like, you know, it's made me a more interesting person as well.
To me, being a Renaissance scholar allowed me to really go beyond. Graduated in December. I'm currently working as a personal trainer at Equinox, which is the top gym in Southern California.
Been having some issues with your knee, so we're going to come into a single leg Romanian deadlift.
And I find that I can relate to my clients about multiple things. My background in kinesiology has helped me immensely, and I'm just very well prepared.
Stomach's nice and tight, good. Pull those out.
The aha moment came from one of the internships that I did. I worked as a student athletic trainer with the football team, working with people of different professions, including chiropractors, certified athletic trainers, personal trainers, physical therapists, and physicians. After a year, I got to be the head student athletic trainer, which was the first time a girl has ever done that. I'm also applying to medical school right now. Recently had an interview and spoke a lot about the books that I've read, my experiences in the operating room, a wide variety of experiences that I was exposed to.
Knees in, lift the ball up to the ceiling.
So I would really encourage every student to do their research and find out all that USC has to offer.